everybody, welcome back. It's Rachel with Living the Journal Life. I'm super excited you're here. So today we're going to continue talking about the Hobonichi Cousin. And if you don't know what it is or you're not sure it's the right planner for you, check the description below because the first in this series was talking about why I adore my cousin and why you may or may not love it. But today we're going to focus on ideas for using these yearly pages in your Hobonichi Cousin. So if you need some ideas, keep watching and be sure to subscribe because we're going to do all the spreads in the Cousin. So first up, let's get into it. This is the way I see as the most common use of these pages, and it's of a calendar overview of your entire year. So you can see here, you can use the bottom to put a little key so that you know maybe you have in green your kids' schedule for school when they have early releases, and you can put the time, birthdays and anniversaries, and you can put whose birthday or anniversary it is, when you have paid time off, vacations, doctor's appointments, any sort of general appointments. This is really a good way to sort of keep a dashboard of the whole year so that you can keep track of many different things. This is really great if you have a lot of appointments, if you have kids. This is a very versatile way to use this spread, and really I think the most common way. Next up is really the most versatile way you can use your cousin. So the daily pages are a blank slate. You can use them for anything. You can take notes on books you read, you can take meeting notes, you can write journal entries, you can write recipes. So an index is a really great way to be able to find that information that you're putting in there, especially if you're using it for a whole variety of things. So this is more of a style of a commonplace journal or something that allows you to use your daily pages in any way you want, but still be able to find the information after you've used it. You know, you want to make sure that you don't lose that gluten-free pizza recipe or, oh, I had notes on my favorite quote from that book I read. So this is really the most versatile way you can use your cousin in any way you want, but you can still have an easy way to find that information. And at the bottom you can have a key so that you can kind of easily go, oh, I'm looking for book notes, I'm going to look for purple. Next way you can use it is for tracking multiple habits. I also see this as a very common way that this spread is used. And it's really great because you can see long-term progress over positive goals, like, you know, you're really trying to ride your bike more, drink that water, get your 10,000 steps. Or you can use it as a mixture of sort of positive things that you're trying to enforce and habits that you're trying to get away from. You know, I want to eat out less, I want to drink alcohol less, I'm an occasional smoker, I want to make sure I'm not doing that too much, I have a sweet tooth I'm trying to curb. So you can really use this in a variety of ways, both positive and negative habits, to sort of see how often you're doing things and really get a sense of how often and how well you're doing things over an entire year. Another great way to use this is for tracking one goal at a time. So you're like, I really want to get these 9,000 steps, 10,000 steps a day. And you can write down your steps every single day. At the end of the month, you can average them together. And then over the entire year, you can really see progress on one thing. Or if you're trying to get data on one thing, like a blood pressure log, or if you have a hobby that you're doing and you really want to keep track of how long it takes you to do things. So my mom is a quilter, so I made a little pretend quilting when she started piecing a blanket, quilting the blanket, putting on the binding, and when it was finished. So if you're trying to get data on one subject, this is a really great place to easily find data that is really helpful, whether you're doing a habit or a hobby. Next up, I don't see this one used as often, but I still think it would be a really great space to do a journal or a gratitude log. So I feel like you can do this in two ways. You could do like one-ish word a day, where you're just doing like water garden and museum and dinner out and just something that you're grateful for or a little memory that day. Or at the end of the month, you could just do a stream of consciousness. You know, this month went by so quickly, it's spring, all the flowers are bursting with color, and you can really just have a nice little place that isn't too overwhelming to really get your feelings out about the day, or about the month. So you can really do it day by day with just a little tiny snippet, a little word, a little piece of gratitude, or you could really just stream of consciousness it. depending on how you like to do things. And last but not least, I really wanted to show you what I do. So this is, I think, my 6th or 7th year using a Hobonichi Cousin. I have tried everything on these pages, and what I've come up with is I don't use them. But I do like to know when the last time I did something. So this spread is really, really helpful. I cover this one up, and the next one also is the movies that I watch for the year. I've tried using these spreads a bunch of ways, and what works best for me is just throwing a big old sticker on it. I'm hoping that I gave you some great ideas and you'll be able to figure out what works best for you and your journal. So let me know if you like any of these or you're going to try any of these, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time.